Our news is coming in fast. I got some breaking news right here. The Native Americans are also being targeted in the deportation. They're being detained. And why is that? Well, the government has no more need for them. They was on federal land. Those reservations are federal subsidized land. They get checks from the government. And they also were brought here from Siberia. Check out the Siberians. Pay attention. And the government also is very aware that they don't have the birthright that they thought they had. No, because you were brought here, you're no longer an asset to them. They know who the indigenous people is. You see what I'm saying? Oh, this is about to get real. The reason it's about to get real is because when the real indigenous black people are shown to be the true people of this land, I mean, they're going to owe you back every bit of those taxes that you and your ancestors had to pay. See, we don't want reparations. We want restoration. We want every fucking thing you stole from us, the land included.
All right, so a lot of y'all been wanting me to speak about the deportation stuff. And to be honest, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't really have anything to say about it. What do you want me? If it was us being deported, do you think anyone would have boo to say? No. But I do want to speak about one thing, and that is our government putting into question the birthright citizenship of the Native Americans. One thing you have to know is that the Native Americans live on federally subsidized land, which is the reservations, and they also get a check every month or however often they get their check for being part of the tribes. And the only reason why the government would put that into question is because the cat is out of the bag. The secret is out. So why would they continue to give that land and that money? We all know the truth now. They came over on the Bering Strait and were brought over on boats to co-opt our identity. In case you guys didn't know, there are only certain families in these Native American tribes that own these casinos. I'm from Southern California, right where all them casinos, that's a large Native American population. And you have to ask, how come the whole tribe isn't benefiting? All of these different tribes are benefiting from these casinos. Why do y'all think it's only a few families? As y'all know, every group of people has gatekeepers. Whether you see them or know it or not, there are gatekeepers to keep you in place mentally, economically, socially. What do y'all think those casino owners know that the rest of the tribes don't know? What do y'all think that is? Could it be that special little secret? But since that secret is no longer valid, it's no longer a secret, why would they continue to pay them? I mean, we are in the season of cutting back, right? We are in the season of cutting funding to unnecessary areas of spending. And the sad part is most of them do not know. That's a hard, and I have to have sympathy for them, because that's a hard pill to swallow, to know that your entire history was not told to you. And a lot of it was created, a lot of it was stolen, and to then be taught to have pride in your whole culture and your history, and to learn that ain't y'all history, that's actually ours, is diabolical, to say the least. But that ain't our fault. Go back to the government and ask them why'd y'all do that, and go back to the people, your ancestors, your great-greats, and the people at them casinos, and ask why. And the history has been right in our face. It's just that we weren't able to recognize or see it. The history's been there a long, long time, but it's there, and that's why they want to take away books and make everything digital so it can be changed. Why do you think everything's going digital, y'all? Why do you think everything is going digital? People don't even read regular paper books anymore for the most part. What they do, go online and buy the digital version. You know why? Because you can change it and there'll be no record, no evidence that it was ever something else different, which is already happening. And that's why there's coalitions saying save the books, because books tell the real story, the original story, and you can't change that. You can't change black and white paper. You can't change the ink on the book, on the pages. But that's what they want to bring about. They want to bring it to a place where they can erase things and make it something different, which they're already experimenting with. Remember the Fruit of the Looms debacle? And they were saying we didn't have a cornucopia. I think it's called a cornucopia. Yeah, they did.
What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful midweek Wednesday. Beautiful for January. That is very strange, but nevertheless, it's still beautiful. Well, now, it looks like it's time to acknowledge the real ones, okay? You see how the Most High work? He's going to expose the fakes all the time. And that's including the ones that are in control, okay? Yeah. Who would have thought that this Trump immigration raid snags U.S. citizens, including Native Americans, raising racial profiling fears? A U.S. veteran and Navajo residents have been asked for identification. Critics are complaining of racial profiling as raids and deportations increase. All right. So the Navajos and some of these other fakes that crossed the Bering Straits from Siberia now claim to be the true Native Americans are being in question in this immigration raid thing, okay? The deportation. You see, look at what this rabbit hole has led to, okay? Now, to get into this article right here, we're going to read just so much of it. It says American citizens, including citizens of Native and tribal nations, have been pulled into the vast immigration operations ordered by President Donald Trump in accordance with his campaign vow to conduct mass deportations since day one. Okay, I'd like to add this before we continue. Now he's talking about mass deportations or what have you of these people that come from other countries that happen to be here. Okay, other words, really don't belong here. I think we can start with the descendants of Christopher Columbus and so forth and so on, if you understand what I'm saying, which is going to be happen eventually anyway. But be that it is, I digress. Let's continue. Those who are getting caught in immigrations and customs enforcement raids are being targeted before of their race. Are being targeted because of their race or skin color, according to witnesses. The Navajo Nation office was flooded with calls from tribal members living off reservations, with many reporting being questioned about their identity by ICE. Officers Natives News Online reported questioning of Navajo Nation citizens who are American citizens by ICE has been problematic enough that Navajo President Bu Nagrin, I guess that's his name, took to the airwaves to address it on tribal radio stations KTNN. Nagrin said he had received accounts of negative and sometimes traumatizing encounters between ICE and Navajo Nation citizens, Native News Online reported. He advised Navajo Nation residents to carry identifications, driver's license, and their certificate of Indian blood. Indian blood, huh? Boy, I tell you. Okay, so when y'all get deported, I bet you money y'all going back to Siberia. You never was the real ones in the first place. When y'all came over here, our people welcomed you, and you was in on the situation, the same thing that Christopher Columbus, did when they came over here and usurped this entire land from our people. The real ones, if you understand what I'm saying. Ben, that's what I call us. BIN, Black Indian Nation. For real. You see. But nobody says anything about that. But see, the Most High is pulling the wool off of our eyes, and everything is being exposed. And look who he's using to do it. The devil's seed. You see what I'm saying? So we can never say who the Most High is working with, who's he's not. Okay? Let's continue. NBC News reached out to ICE regarding the detaining and questioning of Navajo Nation citizens and complaints of racial profiling, and has not yet received a response. One of the employees detained and questioned by ICE at a seafood wholesaler during an immigration raid in Newark, New Jersey, was a U.S. citizen and military veteran. Newark Mayor Ras Baraka denounced the ICE raid, saying the military veteran suffered the indignity of having the legitimacy of his military documentation questioned. Okay? They don't care about none of that. Because the thing is this, like that brother said earlier on in the this video, they don't have any more need for you anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Federally funded, subsidized land is what y'all got. And who land was that? That they came over and took? Ours. That's who it is. That's basically what it all boils down to. Need I say more? Let's continue. Regarding the raid, ICE stated they may encounter U.S. citizens while conducting field work and may request identification to establish an individual's identity. The seafood wholesaler's owner, Luis Janota, told WPIX in New York that his warehouse manager, who was also detained, was Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, and its residents, that is, are U.S. citizens. It looked to me, let me get rid of this. These things keep popping up. It looked to me like they were specifically going after certain kinds of people, not every kind, because they did not ask me for documentation for my American workers, Portuguese workers, or white workers, Janata told the station. As far as we're going to go on that particular thing right there, because this gets into more like the more deportations and worries of increased profiling. Okay? Nobody knows about stuff like racial profiling more than our people, right? So don't cry now. It's just time to acknowledge who the real Native Americans are. You see what I'm saying? We've been stripped of our culture, our heritage, and everything. And it's time to get back to the old ways, and the old ways is praising the Most High, Yahweh, and Yahweh name. That's what our old ways was all about until we went astray and sided with devils, and we fell, and devils took over us and took everything about us and made it his. That's what this all boils down to. Okay? But the Most High, being that he's such a omnipotent, just God of gods, have mercy on Jacob and all the tribes of Israel, giving us a chance to be awakened to what is really going on so that we can be saved from what's to come. That's basically what this all boils down to, people. You got to understand that. But yeah, we are the real ones. They've been lying to us for all these years. We the real. We're the real ones. Us. You see? Us. It's not that, oh, we got Indian in us. We were always the Indians. They got us in them. You see what I'm talking about? Because we mixed with them. That's basically what happened. Okay? That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular video. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. That's if you can comment, because I know we got a hater sitting behind the controls. Can't stand to see y'all correspond back and forth with each other. And they just, make it hard, erase comments and all that. But don't worry. They're going to get dealt with very shortly. It's just a matter of time. But tell me what you think about it. And also, make sure you like the video and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.